When it comes to DreamWorks, so many of their films are just so bizarre. They are the company that will go ahead and create masterpieces of art and cinema whilst also releasing The Croods 2 to the general public.
I'm hungry!
And with DreamWorks having a rather interesting future up ahead of them, I thought what better of a time to go ahead and look at one of the more successful films of the last decade. One that spawned several sequels, toys, and TV shows and has basically cemented itself as one of their core franchises. No, I am not talking about Turbo, but god damn it, I wish I was.
I told you when I'm finished you can have what's left!
That, of course, being Trolls. A film based off of a vintage toy line from the 1980s that no kiddos who even saw the film knew about, and one that they tried rebooting in 2005. This is real, look it up.
SpongeBob just squeezed the mustard. Mr. Krabs woke up. He took the Krabby Patty and found that there was too much mustard.
It became a smash hit and a crowd pleaser among families of the modern age. But is this film and the following franchise even worth my time a day? Or is it just baby slop that's meant for people who haven't gotten an even number of teeth yet? Well, let's find out together. Here's my look at Trolls. So after one poppy mascot outfit at Universal Studios theme park, the iconic DreamWorks intro turns into Yoshi's Woolly World graphics.
It's a double Yoshi explosion.
And we're told that once upon a time, there was this magical tree at Disney's Animal Kingdom, which contained every marketable troll character under the sun. And they all like to sing and dance and have a ye old time every day. However, one day, they were found by the evil clan known as the Bergens. And because the Bergens had a lifestyle and hygiene similar to Asmongold, their lives sucked. And because of that, they one day just went and gulped down every troll they could find, and they realized it was the only thing that ever made them happy. So now one day out of every year, they just go and gobble down every troll in the village, so they can do their mukbang and finally feel happy, as they call it Trollstice Day. But cut to actual graphics, and we have this random child running around the castle like that Stewie Griffin in that one Family Guy intro.
What the hell is that?
And he starts harassing his father to get on up because I think Santa came. Also, his father is John Cleese Shrek 2.
What time is it?
Shrek, Fiona.
That's funny. Not really sure what I'm gonna do here because I used all my John Cleese jokes in the Area 51 video, but we will make do. And as all the hungry troll eaters gather on outside, we're introduced to a head chef lady who's evil and wants to cook the octopus.
I've got you now! Burn up! No!
She's also played by the same lady who played Chaos's mom in Skylanders. And as she brings on up the little Prince Fat Child thing to come up on stage and have a yum-yum, he's oh so happy as he's given the one they call Princess Poppy. But as he scarfs it down, he realizes it's a fake like Tom Holland's ass.
And I'm not going to tell you who, but one of us has a fake ass in their suit.
I'm British. And panic starts across the town as Chef Pee-Pee has to find the trolls pronto, also that they can be turned into, like, zebra cakes. And as we cut underground, we see Jesus fucking Christ almighty. I don't want to hear one more thing about the Ice Age, baby. Look at this damn thing.
No troll left behind!
I'm sorry, is that who I think it is? And as our iconic King Troll Poppy Man is running on to get on in people out of here, his undergarments get caught in a shovel and now he's forced to sacrifice himself for the greater good. And as they all think he perished, he emerges from the fog and...
No troll left behind!
And he pulls baby Poppy out of his hair and dear God. But meanwhile, the chef lady's being banished from Bergen Town, and she vows to find the trolls and win the day. Raw, old man yells at Cloud. And then we get your average Twitter blood when the allegations turn out to be false.
What's gonna make me happy now?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Here! Right here!
And as they all start to rebuild the society, they all sing that song that's like, oh, yes, as I remember. As we cut to 2 decades later, where Pomni finishes a little Shark Tale. Also, I swear this one was in that crowd like 20 years ago. This child troll. What is this? And all the little kids are scared because they think the Bergens are gonna come and eat them. And Poppy's like, no, guys, there hasn't been a Bergen around these parts in many moons. And they're all like, why don't we just dance and sing? So they all start to dance and sing. And I don't really like, I don't, what do you want me to say about the iconic musical sequence here? We get introduced to Mr. Tinkles. He's the best character. Look at him. Yeah.
MFs will look at you and say Vivzy Pop character design.
There's also these 2 trolls that just have, like, conjoined hair. I mean, like, at least they could, like, cut themselves apart. At least it's not like those things from the Croods. It's like, dear God, that'd be horrible life. But then as they finish their big epic display of nationalism, we get slow claps from none other than Branch, played by Justin Timberlake of Shrek 3 fame. You know, 10 minutes in and we got 2 people from Shrek the 3rd. Only movie I've seen rival that is Shrek the 3rd. And he's like, you do realize that our mortal enemies will hear you and all of China will know you're here? And we get this good moment. This is a good and classic, happy, and fun moment. And he's like, you guys are stupid. You're gonna lead them right to us. And I'm just sitting here like, I don't care. When are they gonna say the funny, stop attacking me? But Branch is our iconic foil character who's all grumpy and sad all the time, who was born to do nothing but dance at the end with the big dance number that's gonna happen. Also, what the hell is going on here? That's just legs, dude.
You know what that means? Ballbuster Brooklyn is back! Hey, you! Here I come!
And Poppy even made him a nice little card that puts glitter all over him. But then he smashed it because he's gotta be a dick about it, I guess. And then this other guy shows up who's like the cliche hippie meditation guy that the girl character likes. But I know he's evil and he's worse than Branch already because he's British.
Thanks for sharing your unique perspective on things. Again?
I'm the meditation British troll, man. Oh, it's funny, ain't it? Sonic, can I have some of your shit, mate?
And they all get a notification on the little Apple Watches and they realize it's hug time when Branch gets smothered by the glitter guy who's played by Sanjay's dad.
That is not true. Poppy can also scrapbook.
James Corden, you put down my goat this instant. You have no right to touch him! And as we cut to the party, everyone's getting on a groove. As Branch watches from the sidelines because he's like, I don't dance, I don't sing, I wonder why. He's gonna say it later.
Dude!
What's up?
But they make one giant epic laser beam as it flows through the skies, and it alerts none other than evil Chef Lady, as Poppy takes a moment to thank none other than her father for his heroism. But none of that matters because they hear fee-fi-fo and fumming around, as Gargamel is in this bitch.
Gargamel and his brother Rosenbaum.
Now that's what I call a banger.
And as they all scatter, they get snatched up into the fanny pack, and Mr. Tinkles gets taken away. But it's alright because they get James Corden alongside him perfectly balanced. And as Flurgerburger starts taking everyone away to get put in the Target toy aisle, Poppy attempts and fails to rescue all her friends, eventually having to bush camp just to win the match, as Lederhosen runs away with all her friends in tow. As Poppy comes out and she looks at the destruction of her town caused by Hurricane Katrina, and the King's like, come on guys, we gotta get out of here, we gotta run. And then Poppy's like, what about no troll left behind, you dingo? And he's like, I'm actually like, I'm actually your shape-shifting brother Morpho from another dimension.
Yo, don't you think that Titan was kinda overkill?
And Poppy's like, alright, I'll do it myself. I'm gonna go save them, y'all fart. And we cut over to Branch in his iconic Branch Cave, who scrambles when Pomni starts breaking down the door and she's like, Uncle Grandpa, and he's trying to get into the RV. As he pulls her on in and activates every trap known to man. And as the two bicker, she asks him, hey, you wanna go to Bergentown with me to get the crown, save the town of Mr. Krabs? And he's like, no, I like having my limbs intact, thank you very much. But we get to see his entire bunker that keeps all of his food, until he resorts to having to eat Mr. Frundles. Whatever the hell his name was, I forgot, I like that thing now.
I'm Mr. Frundle!
And as he gives her a final answer, which is no, I don't feel like going to the 8th ring of hell with you, she heads up as he thinks that he's all alone, but then Poppy just like introduces all of her little friends, leaving Branch basically no choice but to head on over to Gamertown with Mr. Popper's penguins, but then she just leaves them to die anyway. But then as Poppy goes off on her own, she realizes, yeah, it's not gonna be too hot, but she presses forward and she has to rescue that thing with the long neck who's played by the Netflix home show, this thing, please end me. So then she starts singing and dear God, stop singing! Dude, this thing will make for a cool-ass mythic.
See, I know everybody gangster until we pull up with the Party City exclusive Poppy Funko Pop.
But as she goes on her merry little way in form of song, she slowly realizes she's in way over her teensy little head. And then this happens, which is funny, and she falls into a bunch of spider webs and is declared a goner. Poppy, no. But then as the Spider-Men are about to gobble her up, Branch comes in with a save, as he uses his new mythic ability and turns his hair into a cool whip. And as he gets some cartoon defibrillators and goes clear, the two bicker even more with what the plan is for rescue, and Poppy's just like, alright, wise guy, let's see you take a crack at it. As he lays out his plan for going through the old escape tunnels to get on in there, only to get devoured, and then she's scrapbooking his entire plan because she's just so quirky, you know, she's just, that's just the way she rolls, she's adorkable. If Poppy were a human, she'd be a white woman who makes YouTube shorts about, like, little life hack crafts that no one will use ever. But as Branch is being a douche again, he's all like, I can't wait to see your face when you realize the world sucks. And she's all like, I'd rather pretend it doesn't suck than be like you. And then there's this good moment where he pretends that there's a Bergen, so she'll shut up. Good.
Do me a favor.
Shut the fuck up.
I've replaced your DNA with fruit by the
And
foot.
then as Poppy grabs out all of her renders of all her friends, Branch tells her to shut up and to go night-night. And then she starts singing into the sky, and he's like, what did I just say? And he's all like, guys, I don't sing. Guys, he doesn't sing. He doesn't sing. And then Poppy does a cover of Hello Darkness, My Old Friend, like those funny lines from the olden days. And I will say, I really do like these character designs of all these animals and stuff. These are good and happy. And then Branch does another funny But cut to the morning where they reach the entrance of Annihilation, as they hear a magical voice that ends up being a cloud man, and he says that they could help him, and Branch is like, yeah, no. And after some Poppy convincing, he's like, okay, fine, but then Mr. Cloudman's like, okay, but I'm gonna need a high five first.
You did good, Daddy. Give us some glove. A glove.
And the two argue about the high five, and I just realized, why does the cloud guy look like he'd be a mascot in like a medicine commercial or something?
Guys, does he know Chica's magic rainbow?
But finally, when Branch opens his heart, he gets trolled to no end, proving his theory that all life needs to deserve pain and suffering. What the fuck is this design? I hate this design. But eventually, Branch tries to kill him, and then they make their way into the tunnels, and he was leading them into the tunnels the whole time. I'm almost out of water. God damn it, I need to go get more water. God damn it. I'm back and got more water. Ow, my fucking knee. Yeah, but now they're up on top of the tree, and then the cloud guy just leaves. What was the point of this character? Well, we find that the tree is dead, and that there's a sea turtle snack on top, just having fun in the sun all day. As we get to see the daily lives of our Burgundies. Was that what they're called? Bergens? That's a stupid name. However, the fact that they are all sad means they haven't eaten any trolls yet, so James Corden is still alive. God damn it! And aside from that, I think John Cleese guy is dead again. So his son rules with an iron mitten, and it's been 20 years, but he still looks like a child. That's a funny bit, I guess. Okay. But he declares that he'll never be happy, which is impossible because he's voiced by the guy who played Fish Legs. How does that not make you happy?
Okay, see, this is what you make me do. I have to catch my own cheesecake now. Does that make you happy?
There was this convention I went to. Yes, it was the convention I took this photo at. But on the website, for a while, they just had like the lineup of animation, like voice actors coming to it. And then it was like all populated by Vivzy Pop people. And then there was just Fish Legs on there. But everything changes when Chef Pee-Pee comes out ready to make a burnt macaroni and cheese. But then he gets all sorts of angry at her as she pulls out her knapsack with all the boys in it. But maybe if I consume them, I'll finally stop being a joyless Snyder fan. And she's all like, why don't you bring back trolls to stay forever? Make everyone happy. Go see Superman in theaters July 11th.
Where's the dog? Bounty.
And she enters her old laboratory as she tells this little girl thing to go and get after it. And she's voiced by the girl who was the human lady in Harold and the Purple Crayon that worked at Ollie's.
I don't do a lot of thinking. I'm more of an improv guy. True.
And then James Corden's all sad because he's like, why am I in the Trolls movie? Jesus Christ, I wanna be Bustopher Jones again, damn it! And as we cut to a stealth mission within the castle, we get to see the Norman Rockwell painting that Disney used AI with, as Poppy uses the wristwatch toy that was in the Sonic Boom Fire Nice Hardee's promotion to track her friends. And as they look out and see that her friends are still alive, the little fat Rizzler man tries to put on his bib and it pops on off, and he gets all mad at the trolls and he realizes, wait a second, this isn't enough to feed and he needs more.
I'm gonna starve!
And as one of them's about to be eaten, Poppy splurts out and they're about to be noticed, but none of that matters because our boy's gotta eat. But he doesn't want to eat it because he wants it to be a special moment and just eat the damn thing already. And then he turns into Morocco Man and has some fun little time.
Sometimes people go into other people's mouths and they don't come out.
And Poppy sees little Harold Purple Crayon Lady and decides to swoop on in, with Branch closely following in her footsteps. And this wee lad gets covered in Osmond Gold's room contents. But then they start singing again, god damn it, and she's madly in love with the little old king guy.
I cannot eat this now, it has been sullied by flies.
As our two trolls take it as an opportunity to escape. And they unbox every other troll, and Poppy's like, yay, now we can go save the hippie one.
Is he your friend too?
No.
And the two start arguing about whether they should risk their lives to save the hippie. The answer's no. And they don't get all caught up. As the big lady done gets glittered, and now she's about to fight off all the infestations. And she's like, I can help you, but you gotta help me, and I can help you get with this guy who doesn't know you exist. So they say that they can give her a big old makeover and dress to impress her ass in exchange for troll freedom and all that stuff. And as they start singing about makeovers, she's like, wait, why isn't that one singing? And he's like, I don't sing. And she's like, oh no, this isn't gonna work because he doesn't want to sing. He doesn't care. And then she starts crying, and Branch walks off, and he's like, I told you I don't sing. And then he goes up to the window. And he's like, no, yes, no, why not? I want you to sing, because sing and kill my grandma, okay? I like how we have this very emotional scene or whatever, and then the first shot after has this fucking thing in it. And then we get the lore of his life where he's singing, and then the chef lady comes in and steals his little. He tries to steal him, and then his grandma from Coco rushes in and takes the pain, and all of his color fades, and now he's just sad and all Justin Timberlake ain't singing a note in the past 20 years. And then he gets a big old hug from the council, and he's like, fine, I'm helping you, but I'm not gonna sing because the budget can't afford any more licensed songs. But they give a whole makeover to the girly girl, as now she's that one meme, and it's really funny. And she goes around town, and everybody's like, what the hell? Rainbow colors? What is this, June? And as we see Baby Grok having a hissy fit in the story, like that one video of that one kid in Toys R Us with the Pokemon cards from like 2013. That was a good as hell video. She's like, I don't think I can do this. I don't know what to do. So we're about to get one of those scenes where the character's like in another character's head or in their ear telling her what to say, and then hilarity will ensue. So she starts to woo the king and is getting him a big old date, impressing her with her lies about her appearance and all that and everything in between. So the two hit it off and go over to the pizza swamp. And guys, the hilarity's about to ensue.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy!
And now she's about to mess it. Oh, Jesus. Okay, Rum Space Knight fell off my goddamn shelf. What the fuck? And she's about to blow everything as Branch just goes hog wild, doing some ChatGPT response and wooing him enough so that the girl thing has enough confidence to go rogue. And she says that true happiness is truly possible. And he agrees, showing her that has the guru hippie troll locked up the whole damn time.
Oh, snap.
And as he tells her that her ladder has his +1 to the Trollstis feast.
Maybe we should find some other way to work up an appetite.
Bad touch, bad touch, bad touch! But as the two go roller skating, they have a fun little lovely time. But eventually it gets cut short because of the chef's insistent nagging. And she's ever so suspicious of pure Lady Glitter Sparkle. And just as their cover's about to be blown, she runs off like Cinderella story. And she drops her roller skate. Just like that one part in Cinderella 3 where he jumps out the window. Also, question, why would there be a roller skating rink in the Flurgan town? I thought they don't have any fun. Why would there be a building specifically designed for fun and nothing? I don't get it. But as she heads back home and it's like, thank you, Poppy, for making my day. You're going to live a full, fulfilling life now. They say they're about to go and save Guru Guy, and Branch is for once not a complete shit about it. And as they're about to leave, she's like, wait, you gotta help me be Glitter Sparkle forever and ever and ever. And she crashes out and is like, you guys ruined my life. Now I have to be Lady Glitter Sparkle, but I don't want to be Lady Glitter Sparkle. They won't make a Lady Glitter Sparkle amiibo that isn't $30. Why is the Donkey Kong amiibo $30? I'm still pissed off about that. And then we cut to the king guy who's trying to lose weight in the next 8 hours. That's funny, I guess. And the trolls are about to unlock the Creek thing. Yeah, his name is Creek. I just realized that I never said that once at all. I just called him like the hippie the whole time. His name is Creek, like South Park. It's funny. And the weird dog crude thing is about to gobble him. So they run and we get some awesome TASM one-shot. As they escape in the Cinderella roller skate as they're chased by Douglas, but he gets ass glittered by Sanjay Dad, and now he's all blinded as they're ready to escape. But they drop the token with Creek in it as it gets all swallowed up, but then it immediately just gets spat out and it's grabbed and everything's now fine. But they unbox the amulet to realize the Creek is gone, and even worse, they don't get squished. Now Pomni's gonna show up in the orb that Chris Pratt gives Yondu. And then as they're all locked up, Poppy's like, you'll never find the rest of the trolls. No, you won't. And then she's like, oh, really? Well, I got this guy. Look, he sold your asses out.
He's selling us out.
And then he's like, yeah, I sold your asses out.
I'm selling you out.
And we see that he made a deal with them to tell the exact location of Trollland.
Dude, they tell you you're not supposed to do that.
Like I said, the British man, he betrayed everyone. He's evil. That's just accurate. But as we fade to the troll village, Creek shows up as Chef Boyardee and her posse are about to get gobbling. And as everyone's lining up for the drive-thru, all the trolls are stuck into this ultra pot of death. And Poppy Dad is at least glad that Poppy Daughter's still alive. And Poppy is sad for once, which comes as a shock to everybody because they're all going to perish. And it's really funny because they want to have this like emotional scene, but then everyone in the background is just like green and hot pink. It kind of breaks the immersion.
You guys remember in like the 2010s where they had that god-awful Lucky Charms rebrand? Dear God, what was this, man?
And then Poppy's color begins to fade just like Jean did many years ago. And everyone starts turning their saturation down one by one. And Branch looks out in horror and he's like, what have I done? And then the little girl looks at the thing, and then she looks at her clothes, and she's like, what have I done? And then the little king kid, he's like, I'm Baby Gronk, what have I done? And as the all is lost moment comes into full force, Branch looks out and knows exactly what he needs to do. Somebody lay down the beat!
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
I clicked on this video just to get the audio, and then I didn't actually watch it. And then I started looking at it. This is the best video ever made. And as all their little hug monitors go off and this child thing is listening on in, it's just like the part where he goes, I think I finally get Radiohead. Where's you check out Elliott Smith? And then they all start singing together as they all get their epic colors back. And Branch gets his OG edit style back. Finally happy for the first time in 15 years! As the moment is broken because the lid opens, revealing the big Bridget girl, and she's unable to let them be eaten, so she lets them all escape. And Poppy's like, you know, you're gonna die now. And she says to go on, and she scoots away Poppy, and I'm just now realizing she is not wearing shoes. She's had her dogs out this whole time. I'm being genuine. I have not noticed this until just now. And as she wheels in the cart, and she's like, yeah, she's a goner. She's done. And then Fish Legs is like, what about my lady girl? What about my awesome fedora lady? And then Chef's like, none of you will eat until he gets some. And he's like, maybe she's not gonna come. Okay, let's eat. But meanwhile, all the trolls are being let out in the caverns like the ye olden days. And Bridget's still in there, so Poppy refuses to let her kneel over. So as the lid of perishment opens, it's all empty, so Bridget's about to get locked on up as Bigger Boot comes rolling on in. As they land on her head and she becomes Mrs. Glitter Sparkle, revealing her true identity. And she tries explaining to the fat one why the other fat one, they should be fat together. And she's like, that was happiness. You don't need to eat my marketable friends to be happy. And he says that his belly is empty, but his heart is full, the complete polar opposite to Boogie. But then evil chef lady's like, alright, it's time to get chowing down. But then Poppy saves Branch and says that happiness is always within you. Oh god, I can hear the beat. God damn it, here we go. Oh sweet Jesus, this song. Did you really think we weren't gonna get through this without the iconic ending dance party Justin Timberlake? Can't stop the feeling. If I poke myself with this Pokemon pin that's on my desk, will I get demonetized? And everyone starts dancing, even Branch, who's the grumpy character at the end, that starts dancing. Though Chef is still a problem, so they make her get the hell out of here. And she falls down a gurney and is like Mr. Krabs when he falls out of the hospital. And then Poppy gets crowned as the new Queen of England and all that stuff. And they all live happily together in the forest land. Jesus, look at that thing. And there you go. There's Trolls. Yeah, that's it. It's over. That was like the quickest ending of a movie I have ever seen. Jesus, that was like instant. Like that point where they open up the thing and the trolls aren't in there. That's like I think that's like less than 5 minutes before the credits start rolling. Christ, okay, I think that kind of sums up a lot of my opinions on this movie, to be fair. This movie is adequate. So adequate that it's like an hour and 20 minutes and nothing else. I mean, they just like cut right to what they need to do and just keep going. Like, I mean, like, it's like Logan when he hits the 11-minute mark now and he realizes, oh wait, we can stop. Okay, let's eat.
How are we going to have fun?
Jeffy.
I mean, no, I'm not gonna say this film is like vapid or doesn't have any life or ideas, because it definitely does. There's tons of awesome little creative set pieces and characters and all that. But is it bad to say that a lot of these characters and all these designs just kind of show up once and then it seems like they're designed to show up on like a children's placemat at Walmart and not much else? I ask again, what was the point of the cloud guy? Like, what did the cloud guy add to anything? And despite the fact there's all these cool little set pieces and designs and all that, they just don't really utilize them well at all. Like I said, this movie is short as hell. I think the biggest issue here is that nothing besides like Poppy and Branch and like the two little fat ones, it just don't get any time to breathe or develop whatsoever. A prime example is our main cast of trolls. There's just too goddamn many of them. Like, almost all of these guys just do nothing. They all just kind of act like a big clump. Yeah, it's really funny. I was gonna mention earlier about how this DJ-looking one is voiced by Gwen Stefani, you know, the girl from the Piece by Piece movie. And I forgot to do it at the beginning, so when I was writing the script, I was like, oh, I'll just mention it when she does something later, and I have to bring her up for whatever reason. She just does not do anything of note in particular for the rest of the movie. She's just kind of there in the whole group of the trolls at all times. So I had no real choice but to just mention it in this big explanation of the current situation evolving around the Gwen Stefani DJ troll character. And I mean, the other main issue I have is that, like, the movie just kind of mostly takes place in Blurgenstein or whatever the hell the town was called. And if you look at the marketing for this movie, it's also bright and colorful and everything, but the bulk of the movie just takes place in this, like, dystopian wasteland of sadness. I think the movie really could have benefited from, like, an extra 15 minutes in that, like, 1/3 to, like, the halfway point. Spend a little bit longer with that big journey to get to Blurgenstein. Have a little more screen time in the big forest with all the creative little characters and all the quirky little set pieces. I mean, they had so much creativity with a lot of this stuff, and it all just kind of ended up getting a little bit wasted. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, the movie's still enjoyable. I like the writing, I like the characters, I like the acting, and all that shebang. Justin Timberlake pulls out another Oscar-worthy DreamWorks performance as per usual. Anna Kendrick is pretty good as Poppy and can sing very well. Really getting deep with these compliments. It's like I'm writing a 3rd grade, like, essay about this movie. Mr. Gooberstein, this is my essay I wrote about trolls. Oh my god, I just unlocked, like, a really good memory. I think it was in, I think it was 2nd grade. And we had to, like, you had to just, like, write something in, like, your journal or, like, your notebook you had. I'm glad I'm not making this up. I wrote, basically, from memory, word for word, the Did You Know Gaming video script on the Did You Know Gaming video about Amiibo. I even started with, did you know? Question mark? That was one of my greatest moments of my entire life. I'm gonna be so real. The fuck were we talking about? Trolls of, James Corden needs to be sent to Mars, never to return.
She's so sad and lonely. Look who the fuck's talking.
Yeah, that's another thing about this movie. The music. Yeah, You know what, guys? I'm just gonna say it. I know you all look at me as a role model and a strong figurehead of this community, but I'm just gonna say it. I like some of the songs from Trolls. I'm sorry, I lost it. This film is the precipice of generic Taylor Swift white girl music with no sauce whatsoever, but it's kind of a good thing, let me explain. So here's the official visual that I made of the gradient scale of white girl music. On that far left, we have the good shit. That's like, you know, that's like your Katy Perry's, your Rihanna's, your Lady Gaga's, stuff like that. Then that middle is the unenjoyable slop of Taylor Swift. Sabrina Carpenter's not on here yet. The Boys in the Lab are still cracking that one. And then on the very far end, we have the animated movie generic white girl songs. They get to the point of so overly manufactured that they actually do become catchy. Like, Disney's Wish is pure garbage, but like, some of the songs are okay. I like that one that's like, so I make this wish to have something more for that standish. But this one, it's alright. It's pretty good, I'd say. I will also say, though, Can't Stop the Feeling, it's just kind of a ripoff of Happy from Pharrell Williams. I'm gonna be so honest, it's just like the same sort of vibe, got the same basic, like, premise. It's just like one of those music videos where it's a bunch of people from like different occupations just like dancing around and stuff. They're both made for animated movies. It's like, it's just Happy, bro. Calm down. But anyway, I guess this is the part where I talk about promotions and funny crap. Trolls bread. Minions bread. I mean, there is the iconic Trolls 2016 Happy Meal promotion I could talk about, which gave us these beautiful pens, and one of them's the weird feet goblin. That's something. There's also the King guy, voiced by King Neptune. That's also something. I just think it's funny because these toys have, like, real hair, and it's just gonna be, like, some kid with big, fat, greasy fingers just, like, grabbing onto it, just, like, ruining it while they eat their fucking Happy Meal. Better than when they gave books. I'm still mad at that fucking goat. Believe in equal rights for everyone, but not him. Oh yeah, there's also the whole Trolls World at Universal Studios in Florida now. Okay, well, it's not really a Trolls World, it's a DreamWorks land, and it just has troll stuff scattered about. Yet there's like a statue of Poppy and Branch, and then there's like these funny looking mascots. Also, you can get Trolls hair ice cream picks that go hard as fuck. Hold on, the Troller Coaster. I was not aware of this. Okay, I watched this POV ride of it. I think it's genuinely the closest real-life thing we have to, like, the SpongeBob roller coaster with, like, the one little up and down. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I really couldn't find much funniness about a lot of these toys. I tried looking up funny DreamWorks Trolls toys, but I couldn't really find much that was that, like, interesting or crazy to talk about. A lot of these just kind of exist. The only thing of note is that a lot of them are trying to appeal to, like, actual toddlers. So they got these big-ass eyeballs, and they're kind of funny looking. Y'all remember those freaky-ass My Little Pony dolls? That were like, they were the ponies, but they were also like babies, and they had like human baby proportions, but they had these like weird head. It was bad. Yeah, these give off that same vibe. Also, there's that one Poppy doll I will not mention. There was also Trolls Creo sets. I am personally a fan of this one set that has Bridget or whatever her name was, and then it has like this little tiny in-scale figure of like Poppy, and she looks like little tiny Lego plankton. Dude, this is 10,000 Lego plankton pyramid. Dude, Bridget Hasbro figure is good as hell, dude.
Hey guys, this shows up on Google when I search Trolls Creo. Can we talk about this for an hour instead, please?
Were you even fucking there when the Trolls World Tour Pocket Pop Branch Poppy 2-pack came into Spencer's? We're fucking you. When I marry in 15 years, this will be my wife and child, no exceptions. However, out of everything I've spoken of, I've saved the most important for last. That being the fact that Can't Stop the Feeling was added to Fortnite as a jam track a little while back. However, the significance here is that the album cover of the song is this. And that means that they officially put Branch in Fortnite canonically. Like, he is in the game. That he is right there. I'm seeing him. It's not even like a, dude, this will be Fortnite in a year joke. He's right there. This is a game where you can play as Burger Bob Belcher shooting Emperor Palpatine with a grapple gun from the Batman. Yeah, this is it. That about wraps it up for our little troll happy fun time. Can't stop the feeling. So this one may have been a little shorter. I mean, I didn't really like, I didn't really know what to talk about here for fucking trolls. I don't know, man. Can finally say that I know what the hype is about. It's just kind of whatever. I mean, it's all right. I mean, it's all right. Like, I had to douse another iconic 5-hour energy, so I wasn't tired when I recorded this script. So that. It was disgusting, but I did it for you. What else do we talk about? I definitely want to do the other 2 Trolls movies eventually. I have not seen any of the Trolls movies. I'm gonna be so real. I probably should have mentioned this towards the beginning, but I have never seen this movie before making this video. Everything here came from the heart, and I will not watch the other 2 movies until I make videos on them. That's a promise. I want to get to that 3rd one that has all the funny memes, and everyone insists is like, oh, this is Pika. They're just singing like licensed songs. These are some of the most bum-ass character designs I've ever seen. I'm so ready. And that I guess wraps it up. Subscribe right now, or this will be you. Guys, okay, I just finished recording the video, and I looked up Anna Kendrick roles, and in Family Guy, she was the girl that's Vanessa Afton, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? He got arrested a month ago, and I didn't know this until the end of the I'm so mad. I could have made fun of him this whole time.
Don't get a DUI, kids.